Hi, Mr. X with Glossary-Row Operations. There are certain things we can do to our rows in our augmented matrix to solve these systems of equations. We can add one row to another, subtract one row from another, multiply through any row by a constant, divide all the elements in a row by a constant. It's the same as if we were operating on equations, only we're using the coefficients from the equations in our matrix. Here's our augmented matrix. This would be a row echelon matrix. This would be our reduced row echelon matrix. This actually has the values of x, y, and z that we're looking for. So we like to have our machines do this for us, sort of the black box approach, punch in the numbers and let the machine do the work. But to understand what the machine does, it's good to understand row operations. And so just without taking a lot of time, I would suggest what my first operation on this would be. I would take my augmented matrix and I would subtract from the first row elements of the third row. Now this might be my first row operation in a series of 8 or 12 or 15 row operations to get from here to here. The way I do it is this designation, this row 1 minus row 3. This is the row that I've created, my new row, but these R's refer to the matrix that came before. In other words, this R1 pertains to 3, 1, 1, 4, row 1 in the matrix I operated on. This R3 is row 3 on the matrix I operated on. So I took this and made my first row operation. I took row 1 minus row 3, term by term. So this is 3 minus 2. This is 1 minus a negative 1. This is 1 minus a negative 1. And this is 4 minus 6. The reason I did this was to build my 1 in the corner. Now I have my 1. Now I'm going to build zeros underneath and 1s on the main diagonal of the square portion, and there you have it. With row operations, you too can build a row echelon matrix. What could be more fun? Enjoy the language of mathematics at MrXMath.com.